If you haven't heard, the tenant occupied directive that prevented us from showing tenant occupied properties has been lifted by the governor. So you'll see a lot more tenant occupied properties available on the market. You have to get a 24-hour notice, and all the COVID rules still apply. Good afternoon, everyone. Ken Angst, Hope Properties NV, the Angst Real Estate team. Welcome back to our real estate channel. Hey, our goal is very simple here. Is we're trying to educate our clients, the public, and anyone out there that is watching our podcast on a regular basis about what is going on in the real estate market in Northern Nevada. This week we are covering the numbers from September, from the ASAR, and giving you an update on what's going on in the market. And then next month, after the election, we will give you an update on what's going on in October. So the numbers are pretty similar to what they were previously. We had a median home price of $440,000, which was down about 1% from the previous month and up an astounding 11.4% from the previous year. The big number that jumps out to me is there were 685 homes sold. That's up 4.3% from the previous month and up a healthy 18.5%. Days in contract with 37. Nothing there too concerning. Typically what we're seeing, if someone has a mortgage, it takes about a good 30 to 35 days to get through the escrow process. The big hang up right now, to be honest, is finding an appraisal for your home. The appraisers are super busy and there's not enough appraisers, so they are really charging a lot and taking their time on getting those back to us. The active inventory was 505 homes. So you can kind of see, and we'll get to absorption rate here soon, but if we don't have any more homes that come on the market, we're selling about 200 more homes a month than the active inventory. So it's very tight. We have a lot of clients that are buyers that feel the pinch. So keep that in mind if you're thinking about listing your home. The overall for the Reno Sparks area price per square foot is $249,000 or $249 a square foot. I am not a big fan of this stat just because square footages really vary neighborhood to neighborhood. So you can either go a street by street and they vary. So I'm not a big fan of that. New listings in September was 619,000. And we are getting about 100% of what the list price is on most of the listings out there. On ours, what we're typically seeing of the 15 listings I think we've sold this year, it's about 103 to 105% that the buyers are offering to get the home. So absorption rate is 0.7, and all that means is that it's really tight and it's really hard to find a home if you're a buyer, so you have to be well qualified. So what is the market doing going forward? First of all, if you haven't heard, the tenant occupied directive that prevented us from showing tenant occupied properties has been lifted by the governor. So you'll see a lot more tenant occupied properties available on the market. You have to get a 24-hour notice, and all the COVID rules still apply. The state of Nevada did end up lifting the eviction moratorium for non-payment. However, there is a national eviction moratorium from the CDC because of COVID that is in place until the end of the year. So you got to be careful if you're a landlord. Make sure you're following all the guidelines. I would be talking to an attorney if you're thinking about evicting someone due to non-payment, because there are national moratoriums that you should be looking into and make sure that you're not breaking the rules. I see that the market will actually slow down. There'll be less listings going in the wintertime just because people are getting in the holidays. There's an upswing in COVID cases, so there's a lot of forces that are going to cause the market to contract. And what I mean by that, not necessarily in price, but contract in the sense that there'll be less listings, which will make it tougher for buyers again. So with that being said, it's still a great time to list your property. Not a lot of inventory, a lot of buyers. And what we're seeing actually on some of the people who've bought rental properties from us, investors, they will have, one person that just bought, they had 10 people over 1 weekend look at the property, and they got substantially over what they wanted to rent it for, because people are desperate to find single family homes because there's still a lot of people moving here. So if you guys have any questions about what's going on in the market, those are September results. Running a little late this year, or this month rather, but we'll promise we'll get more on track next month. But if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call in the office. We're always available for a Zoom call, or if you have more in-depth questions, we'd love to meet in person at your favorite restaurant. So make it a great week. Enjoy this nice fall weather. Lots of beautiful things to do out there. And we'll talk to you next month. Thanks.